So guys, till now what we have seen is a big introduction about the big data, about the current conventional technologies, what are the problems they are having, what are the all the use cases about the big data. So where exactly you have surely have seen all such things. So after finishing of this session, we'll again go to the previous slide and we'll see how Hadoop can solve your all the problems that you're facing with the conventional technologies. So let's start with Hadoop. So I would like to welcome you to the world of big data, world of Hadoop. This is our agenda for the next 1.5 hours. What is Hadoop? It's architecture. It's a basic architecture, I should say. HDFS, MapReduce, its characteristics and few flavors. Hadoop. Hadoop is an open source project from Apache Software Foundation. But Hadoop is also coming as a form of enterprise software also. So don't worry about that, because currently in the enterprise world, people are hesitating to take the open source products. I should say this is the first project in the world that's accepted across all industries, all the domains. Every company are using currently Hadoop due to its power, due to its the way Hadoop processes the data, Hadoop stores the data. What do you mean by open source? So Hadoop's source code is available. You can download the source code. Now let me give you one of the recent issue I was facing. Actually, certain characteristics of Hadoop was not fulfilling my requirement. What I did, simply downloaded the source code, change its code and use it. Simply compile the same and put it in my project. That's it. So if the certain functionality of the project is not fulfilling your requirement, you always have an option of open it, change it and use it. So that's the feasibility with open source. So Hadoop provides a software framework for distributing and running application of cluster of servers. Now one of the most important thing is cluster of servers. Hadoop doesn't work on single machine. It works on multiple machines. That the cluster is typically called a typical number of machines, systems that are connected together. So Hadoop framework run your application in the form of distributed manner. Your application is distributed across the multiple machines. Actually, Hadoop is inspired by the Google's MapReduce programming model as well as its GFS. So anybody heard about the Google's MapReduce or GFS or any of the thing this? There is yes from Prince, yes from Shweta. Let me firstly unmute Prince. If he can just tell few points about this.
Yeah, Anish, to be very honest, I really do not know much about it, but what I had heard, the Google file system is again was the first of its kind to store the data, the tremendous amount of data, wherein which was developed by 3 of its developers, and it is again used for tremendous amount of analytics and the data which they are having at the moment, just like Hadoop was so. So this is my understanding about the Google file system.
Perfect, quite good. I got one more yes from Shweta. If Shweta would like to add anything to this.
Hi Anish, actually whatever Prince said, it's the same opinion for me also. It's actually MapReduce is used for parallel computing, which is introduced by MapReduce, actually introduced by Google, and it is used for parallel computing.
Perfect. Let me add a few more points to the same. Actually, in 2004, Google published this paper, and Google told that what exactly the infrastructure, what exactly the algorithms and the mechanism it is using to process its big data, because everybody was wondering how exactly the Google is working and all such things. So they have presented a white paper about their file system as well as their MapReduce programming model. So Google file system that handles the huge volume of data in parallel, as well as Google MapReduce that process the data, big data, in distributed manner. So both of the things was published, and actually from that only the Doug Cutting and his team started working. Means 2006 onwards they started working from Apache only for this project. So actually Hadoop was originally written for the Nudge search engine project. Hadoop was a sub project of this, sub part of the Nudge search engine. So let me go previous. So actually there this Doug Cutting and his team got the requirement that they need a distributed system that can handle huge volume of data as well as that can process the data in distributed manner. So that's the reason why Hadoop came into the market. Then after that, actually, especially Yahoo and IBM have seen lots of potential, lots of strength in Hadoop. That's why they have started investing in so much. So many of the Yahoo guys are working on the Hadoop from the day one. Then later on there was one startup came, like the name is Cloudera, which is now one of the most popular distribution of Hadoop they are providing. So then Cloudera has also invested in this much. Then Mapr came, then after that EMC has came, and also people came. So Microsoft has also done tab with this Yahoo's company, you surely know about them, Hortonworks. So actually it was started from there by the Apache as an open source project, but later on when Yahoo and other companies find it that it's quite a good, quite what should I say, very powerful tool, powerful mechanism, so they started investing in, they started writing this. Even another committer to its code is Facebook also. Facebook and Yahoo has committed the code like anything. It's almost developed by Facebook, Yahoo, then later stage IBM, Cloudera. So even they are providing their own distributions also. I'll share the discuss about this in the last thing, that is the flavors about Hadoop. So Hadoop is an open source framework that is written in Java. So it's usually recommended that you should code in Java for all your development, but it's not limited only to Java. You can do your coding in C, C++, Perl, Python, Groovy, Ruby also. But it's recommended to code in Java since you'll get the native connectivity. You'll be having the granular, lower level control. So I think all of you guys know basic knowledge of Java. Ahmed has worked on Java, Guru Prasad worked on Java, Shweta worked on Java. I'm not sure. Prince. So yeah, yes from Ahmed. Guru Prasad, yes, perfect. Prince, no, not much. So Prince, do you have at least basic knowledge of Java? So yeah, perfect. So actually it would be good for your programming also. So you can see the program also. I can understand you're more towards the analyst side. So but I would recommend just at least be seated in the session so that you'll learn something. There is no harm in learning. So be seated in the programming sessions also. Shweta is also having basic knowledge. So that's fine. That's fine. Means all of the guys are having the basic knowledge of Java. So just the basic knowledge is required. Hadoop efficiently process large volume of data on a cluster of commodity hardware. Now let's come one by one. It efficiently process. So the processing mechanism of Hadoop, that is called MapReduce framework, is very efficient, very fast, since it's distributed, since it's parallel processing. It processes the large volume of data. Okay. Don't worry, Prince, you're gonna like this. So actually, we gonna work more towards the MapReduce fashion, not towards Java, since we need to do coding in Java. Okay. So it processes large volume of data on a cluster of commodity hardware. What do I mean by commodity hardware? The your hardware that you use for your day-to-day purpose, like your simple i3, i5 systems. That's it. A dual core, 4 core machine. That's fine with Hadoop. Yahoo's earlier data center. Yeah, hardware available in the market. Prince, I didn't get you. Any hardware available in the market? Hardware means the, from my side, what I mean to say with hardware is means your systems, local machines, your machines, computer, servers here. Okay. So you Hadoop can be deployed on these machines also. Let me give you one use case. I have seen a one server which is having 500 GB RAM. It was 128 core processor and terabytes of RAID disk. It is very specialized hardware. If you can imagine 128 cores in a single system, so it's much more costly than a system, than n number of system whose overall configuration if I add to become 128 core processor. It was almost 100 times or more costlier than that. It was for the ODS or operation database. So for this Walmart, they have deployed that much specialized hardware. I only got to know about that particular ODS prod 1, their first production system. They have the multiple production system for the same. So you can imagine the investment that is required by the company for the specialized hardware. But this is quite, there won't be an issue with the Hadoop. You can install Hadoop on your local machines also. There is no problem. Even in the production also. If I talk about Yahoo earlier installed Hadoop on a 4 core processor only. Currently they have started with 8 core, but their earlier cluster was 4 core only. So Yahoo has deployed 54,000 machines for Hadoop. I'm giving a figure that is 8 months old, 8 to 9 months old. Yeah. Now you can imagine how much they have increased. So 54,000, and world's biggest is Facebook. Data is not available with me. So that's more than 54,000. That's with Facebook. So the biggest size of Hadoop cluster is 4,000 nodes. In a single cluster, you can add up to 4,000 machines. I'll again come back to this. I'll explain you in the next session. That's architecture. Hadoop can be set up on a single machine, but real power of Hadoop comes with a cluster of machines. Hadoop can be scaled from a single machine to thousands of the nodes. That is with Hadoop 1.x, you can go till 4,000 machines. Hadoop 2.x, second version of Hadoop that is under development currently, can expand up to 12,000 machines. Just imagine, you are submitting one work, one job, one task, any of the single query, one algorithm, and it is parallelly done by 4,000 machines in parallel. Just imagine. So instead of you can do the analogy like a particular work assigned to a single person versus a particular work assigned to 4,000 people. So if you wanted to build a house, and if one person is working, it will take what amount of time it will take. And if I say, if I put 100 workers, so you can imagine the speed. So that's the real power of Hadoop. Hadoop doesn't do any magic. When I've given you the example, like instead of 10 hours, the Perl was taking, mine MapReduce code was taking only 15 minutes. So 10 hours to 15 minutes. Frankly speaking, guys, when I shown the demo to the vice president of the company, his mouth remained open. That what magic you have done. Then when I just shown him the architecture, actually there is no magic Hadoop is doing. Hadoop is simply utilizing the power of parallel processing, distributed computing. Okay, is it clear? If everything clear, I'm waiting for your smileys. Okay, no issues. I'll get only Y instead of smiley. Okay, thanks. So Hadoop can be set up on a single machine. You can surely install the complete Hadoop, all its daemon, all its storage layer as well as its MapReduce computation layer, all the daemons on a single machine also. But the real power will come surely in a cluster when multiple machines will be there. Another facility is Hadoop a software. Yes, friends, Hadoop is a software framework. So it's not any hardware, it's simply a software that I'll install in your system also. I'll ask even you to install in your system also, that you can install it on your local machine. So by the way guys, before ending this session, please take a list with me that softwares you need to download before the next session. You need to keep ready certain setups with you. I'll give you before ending this session. Yeah. So Hadoop, actually one of the, what should I say, very important characteristic, very important feature Hadoop provide is scalability. On the fly you can scale your machines from one machine to say thousands of the machines. Now Hadoop consists of two key parts. One is Hadoop distributed file system, that is HDFS, and the second is MapReduce. Guys, MapReduce is the heart of Hadoop. Means say MapReduce is the only thing that provides Hadoop that much popular, that much powerful, and currently Hadoop is at this position in the market where all the big players, if I talk about EMC, has invested more than $100 billion in the big data. White House again $100 billion. Means almost all the big companies, all the big players, whether that's IBM, whether that's Yahoo, Microsoft, every company has invested billions of the dollars in big data, in Hadoop, especially Hadoop, since the power of MapReduce. But to provide the power to the MapReduce, to the heart of Hadoop, the HDFS is the major part. It provides the mechanism for the MapReduce to exactly do the parallel processing. How exactly it does, we'll see surely in the HDFS session.